Hey everybody, welcome back to this episode of Flat Broke Outdoors. It has been several days since I did the unboxing and showed everybody the Naturnest Roof Top Tent. And since then, I got my sling off. My arm still, I can't use it too much yet. I'm not allowed to lift anything, that sort of thing. But anyway, so I was still had the task of getting that tent on top of my off-road trailer. So I called my buddy Sam, and he brought his John Deere over, and we hooked it to the bucket and got it up there relatively easy. I mean, it could have went a lot worse, but anyway, so now I have all my ducks in a row. So I am going to attempt to go up into the National Forest and find us a place to camp. It is modern gun deer season right now in this area, so hopefully all of the camping isn't, all the decent spots aren't taken. So we'll find something. I mean, you can get way back in there, but I would hate to get back in there and mess up somebody's hunt. So I want to try to look for something relatively close to the main road where I don't want to mess anybody up. I wouldn't want them messing me up, so I don't want to do them that way either. But anyway, we are on our way, and when I get there, I'll bring you back and we'll get all this set up. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't post anything on Facebook or Instagram once I had it on there. I did spend the night in it last night in my backyard just to see how it was. And how it was cold because I only took one little blanket with me, and it was really uncomfortable. And then sleeping with the shoulder still being super sore, I didn't have anything to tuck underneath it, so it was an unpleasant night for sure. But this camping trip should be a whole lot better. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go here, and then I'll bring you back when I find a place to camp. Hey everybody, welcome back. We have found us a spot. Here's the trailer, and there's the Naturnest Rooftop Tent with the solar mounted. It's going to take me just a little while to get everything straightened around here. You got the truck over here full of stuff I got to get set up. It's going to take me a little bit. I got to clean up around this fire pit. Not so much trash, but all these leaves. Certainly be a fire hazard. It is dry out here, man. It ain't hard to see that I've been on the couch for a month. Look at all these. All the leaves are just dry and falling off. I missed the entire leaf change, in my camping videos. I tell you what, I've been on that couch for right at a month dealing with this shoulder surgery. So now that particular, my shoulder's still a little bit hard to get along with, but for all intents and purposes, I'm back on the move and getting some videos made. But give me just a little bit, and I'll get the rooftop tent set up. I'll get that deal set up, and then I'll try to set my awning up. I haven't tried to do anything with that, but I think I'll set it up off the truck. The idea is today is Saturday, and it's supposed to storm like crazy on Monday. So I might just stay 3 or 4 days. It's supposed to rain Monday and Tuesday. And one thing I need to know is if that Naturnest is going to hold up to a storm. Because, if it doesn't, it's not going to be the thing for me. So we will definitely put it through its paces over the next 3 or 4 days and see what it's all about. I'll get back with y'all in just a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back. When I was looking at all the reviews for these rooftop tents online, I saw everybody talking about, how quick they were to set up and all that stuff. So we're going to see how quick I can set it up. with my bad paw. Oh. So really all you have to do is unhitch these latches and give it a little push. It'll kind of do the work for you on its own, which is pretty cool. Now it does have this elastic band that you need to kind of bring down here and get out of your way. And what that does is when you get ready to close the tent, you push that elastic band up and it mashes it all this way for you. Now this particular style of Naturnest only has the awning that comes out on the end. So I'm going to put that up right quick. Oh, there's a little hole right here it just slides into. But you want to make sure you got it seated in there good, because it will jump out on you. You just bend it back, hook it through the little grommet up here, and then that one's done. Now we just repeat the same thing on the other side. All right, y'all, that's about it. Now, the ladder is pretty straightforward on this thing. It's not, doesn't really amount to much. Whoops. It's an aluminum ladder. It's just Velcroed here. Just undo that. And I feel like the easiest way is to pick it up from the bottom and hook it like that. And just let it down. And that's it, kids. Pretty straightforward. I tell you, this thing is seems to be really well made. The shocks are strong. It has the 2 C channels here where you can mount other things. Like Naturnest also has a 270-degree awning. I might have told y'all about that in the intro a few days ago, but that's a great addition. They also have a shower tent. They also have an extra like tent room for that awning that comes around, which is pretty cool. I'm thoroughly pleased with it. I think that you couldn't do much better. I don't think. I think this is right up there with the big boys, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, let me get you all off that tripod, and I'll show you my solar setup. Let me go over here and get you on the hand gun. There we go. One bad thing about being this close to the road is you get a little dust and you get a little road traffic, but you know, it beats, you know, upsetting the hunters. I don't want to cause those guys any drama. But now the Naturnest comes with a roof rack. When it's shipped, it comes inside. Let me see if I can climb up here without breaking my neck. So I'd like to say thanks to Renogy for making quality solar panels. These things work really good. I wired them up. I come down like this, and then I drilled a 2-inch hole and put a grommet in and ran the wires inside. So it should never have a problem with it. But if I ever do, it's an easy fix. But anyway, kids, I guess you noticed the change in color probably on the off-road trailer. So I had some extra paint laying around. So I did all this left-handed, believe it or not. It probably looks like a little kid colored it with watercolors, but no, I did that. And I'll finish the rest of it next week sometime after it gets done raining. But anyway, this is the Naturnest. And I think in the intro I showed you guys the mattress that has the ocean mat, the condensation mat, and then the regular mattress. So I slept in there last night. Let me bring y'all up there. So I slept in here last night in my yard and listened to all my neighbors' dogs bark. But anyway, so it was really comfortable. I would think a guy probably 6'1" or 2" could sleep in here fairly well. And it does have the lights up here, and I'll show you all those tonight. And I was able to put my iPad in there and watch movies last night. And when you touch that, it'll, you can operate your iPad through that plastic, which is pretty cool. And then we have the storage pockets there, storage pockets here. Now, the mattress in here, let me pull this out. This black mattress here, it's not that thick, so I feel like if you're a side sleeper, it might be hard on your hips. That's just my personal opinion. It wasn't hard on me, but I sleep on my back. I don't roll around a lot, so it was extremely comfortable for me. But now my wife, she is a side sleeper, so when she comes camping with me, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put a mat in here or a memory foam pad or something. And I do have one in my truck that I use when I use my cot in my truck. So I might put that up here tonight just to see how it is. But I was perfectly fine on the mattress that comes in it. And I was able to, and I left this comforter in here on purpose this morning to see if I could close it down with the bedding still in it. And I think you can. I think you probably could if you got a couple of soft pillows and, just, comforter, quilt, whatever. The more squishable bed things that you have in here, the better off you are. It is a very low profile tent, so there's not a lot of extra room in here when you close it. In the instructions, it says that not to store the ladder in here. I mean, it comes when they ship it to you. The ladder is in it, but they say don't do it. So I'm not personally going to do it just because I don't need to. I don't want to. So I have the whole back of this trailer is one of the reasons why it's up here and not on my truck. But this is also the maiden voyage, and I may end up putting it on my truck, if I don't like the way that it carries up here and all of that stuff. But we'll see. This is just a test run. This will be my first real night camping in it. Like I said, I slept in it last night, but I didn't come out and get in it till 10 o'clock, and then I watched a movie and just basically fell asleep. But it was all right. So let me give y'all an idea of what my view in the morning is going to look like right out through the woods there. Even in the wintertime, it's pretty here. I guess it's considered fall, but it is really pretty here. And I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I can see a long ways over to the next ridge. So pretty cool spot. But I am super glad to be camping again and to have this Naturnest Roof Top Tent as part of my arsenal. Is really cool. One of the neat things about it is the quilting up here. I mean, it's not a super bunch of insulation or anything, but anything that's covered is going to keep from condensation gathering and dripping on you, which is a plus. Now there's a little bit of exposed aluminum along that rail. There was no condensation there this morning, but we'll see what it's like in the morning. Now you see the little triangle thing there, that's a vent, and there's another one here. But I think I probably showed you all that already. I am just extremely happy with this thing, and I'm glad that I'm able to share it with y'all. Hopefully it's going to treat me as well as I think it's going to. That would be a perfect thing in my world, because man, it's nothing like having a full bedroom. When I was sleeping in the trailer, or actually when I was first sleeping in my truck, there's just absolutely no room in there. You can see it's just a 5.5 foot bed. So if you have anything left in there, you don't have hardly room to change your mind without running into something. So this is a great deal for me. So I am going to get off here and get I have some sheets with me. I'm going to try to get some sheets on the bed up there and zip those screens closed. Keep any, I mean, it's 60, I think it's 60 degrees out. So it's pretty warm. So all the bugs are in fine form. I guess I didn't show you guys the shoe bag, did I? It comes with waterproof shoe bags. Let me creep around here. I don't know if I can do this one-handed or not, but we shall see. But I will need a shoe bag for tonight, because I would like to think that I'm not gonna climb up in there with my shoes on. I didn't last night, but let me get my little steppy stool here. Whoa. And most people aren't gonna have this full rack thing here in your way. It's kind of a pain in the keister. All right, I just learned something that I did not know. The only place to put the shoe bag is at the back, which is probably where I will have my ladder anyway once I'm done unloading the wood and getting the diesel heater all straightened around. But yeah, I did not realize that the channel for the shoe bag wasn't on the sides. It's only on the back. So let me one hand this bad boy here. So it slips into here. It's probably a lot easier with two hands. Let me set y'all down for a second and get this thing started. All right. There we have it. All right, kids. Sorry about that, but now you can see the shoe bag. Man, I am super duper close. Yeah, that ain't really working out. Anyway, that's the shoe bag, and it's waterproof, and it comes with two. So anyway, that's what it is, kids. So like I said, we're looking forward to some storms coming on Monday, I think. So with any luck, we'll be able to put this bad boy through its paces and see what it's made of. Anyway, I got some things to do. I'm gonna get off here and I'll get back with y'all in just a little while. Hey y'all, welcome back. This is something that I don't think I've showed y'all yet. Pretty sure I haven't. But anyway, this is the Fire Maple X2 stove. It comes in this mesh bag, which I think any kind of cooking stuff should come in a mesh bag. Anyway, everything, if you know anything about the outdoors, or if you spend any time researching that stuff, you can see that this is modeled after the jet boil, it would seem, but a lot cheaper. So it just has a little keeper that holds the handle. Handle folds down and locks. Has a lid. Everything nests inside it. So this is the actual stove burner. This is a top plate that you can put on there and put regular pots and pans and that type of thing on it. And this is the feet for the canister, the propane canister, or I think it's a propane butane mix. Let me see if I got a can down here somewhere. I do. So let me get this put together for y'all, and we'll see what we're working with. Make sure that's turned off. All right. It does have its own igniter on it, so that makes it handy. So we'll snap this can into here like so, and that gives you a good steady platform to rest on. That's pretty cool. Now this holds 1 liter, and it does have a insulated sleeve on it that's removable, so you can wash it, whatever. Let me just give this a quick rinse right quick. I have used this before, just not on the channel. So what I will do now is just put it on there and twist and lock it. So the whole thing, once you got that locked on, you're in good shape. Now, I don't know if y'all ever noticed when I was using my Coleman Peak 1, that thing doesn't lock to anything, and it's tippy, and you're always afraid you're gonna burn yourself. But this thing will screw on top of the stove part, where you can just put pots and pans on it, and what happens is these rotate out like this, and it's got pretty sharp little knurls on it to keep your pots from sliding around. It's a great addition for sure. Now we'll put a little water in this pot, make us a little coffee. Can't believe we've been here this long and haven't made any. So it burns. It'll burn anything you put on it. It'll boil water. It says in the manual, I think it's 3 or 3.5 minutes. But the first time I did it, I boiled 1 liter of water in 2.5 minutes. So it probably has a lot to do with the temperatures, the wind, all that stuff. There's so many things that can go into that. And one thing that's new with Fire Maple is they have a French press, the plunger and the setup that goes with this pot. Matter of fact, it goes with all their, this is the X2. They have an X1, X2, X3. But you just boil your water, put your coffee in, do the French press in this. So that's very handy. So I did notice, excuse me, they were running a sale, I guess maybe Black Friday sale, that they had that French press on sale on the Fire Maple website for $12.95. So if you're a French press kind of person, or just like the ease of making coffee and all in one pot, that might be the way to go. All right, so we're gonna see where here it is. We're gonna turn some fuel on. There we go. We got fire in the hole. So I will turn that up, put the lid on, and I will bring y'all back when it's boiling. All right, y'all, welcome back. It's just under 3 minutes, and it is boiling like crazy. So that is not bad. Now, if I had the French press apparatus for this pot, I wouldn't have to use this French press. But anyway, it is, I already have the coffee in there. Let's see if I can do that without making a mess next time. All right. So we're going to give that just a minute or two. And we should have some fresh coffee. Let me put the lid on there, scoot it out of the way, clean up my mess. All right. Yeah, how about that? Well, there has been a lot of hunter traffic up and down the road. I didn't have the camera rolling a while ago when the friendly neighborhood game warden stopped, checked me out. I always like to meet the ones in the area where I'm hanging out, but I don't mind them stopping by to visit me because, number one, I'm not hunting. Number two, I do have a hunting license, so they really don't bother me. And I don't know, one of the game wardens, he lives in the same town I live in. I've never met him before, never even seen him in town, but he did say he lived there, so kind of cool. And they didn't even check my license or anything else. What they did was check out my new rooftop tent and my setup and my diesel heater and all that stuff. So it was all right. Now, guys, I don't even know what time it is, but judging by where the sun is, the dark will be setting on us pretty quick. But we're going to have a fire, and If I ain't mistaken, inside my cooler I have some chicken sausages. Look like little bratwurst. I think, I'm not sure what flavor it was. I tried some the other night. It was a chipotle and some kind of cheese. Might have been cheddar cheese. I don't know. But they were really good. So I might eat some of those tonight. And maybe a salad if I'm still hungry. You know, I was down with my bad shoulder for a month, sitting on the couch, eating everything in the house every day. Oh, I felt trapped. I don't know. Maybe I was depressed and eating through my depression, but who knows how much weight I gained just in a month sitting around eating chips and whatever else. And so I'm gonna try to get in front of that stuff and try to eat a little healthier for a while. You know, since Thanksgiving is just a few days away. But I'm gonna try to get through that holiday too without eating a bunch of junk. But luckily, my wife is a health food fanatic, so you know, if I follow her footsteps, I'll be in good shape. But anyway, I'm going to pour this coffee up, and then we'll start a fire here in just a little bit. All right, everybody, welcome back. It's not quite fire time yet, but dark is kind of creeping on us pretty quick. But what I've been doing since we last talked, when I made that coffee, was running a insulated hose for my diesel heater. So let me kind of show you my setup here a little bit. There's the hose. But anyway, let me lift this up. There's the diesel heater. So I bought the wrong diameter hose, so I had to make do. I'm using my EcoFlow Delta Mini for a power source because it does need 12 volt power to run it. So anyway, come around here and the hose runs up and right through the door of the tent. And it zips down really pretty tight on the hose, so no trouble there. But anyway, and there is the exhaust pipe for the diesel heater. I just cut a 2-inch hole in the floor, ran it out, and you know, fastened it on under there where it can't come loose, or where we hope it won't come loose. Anyway, I just thought I would show y'all that. So when I get ready, when I'm done cooking supper and all that stuff, I'll probably move this ladder around to the back. That door is just a little bigger and just handier, I guess. I got to get in there and make up the bed and all that stuff yet, but no rush on that. And what else? Can't think of anything else. I just got that diesel heater turned on. That's only the second time I've turned it on. I just want to make sure it's going to work properly. And it did. It fired right up and no trouble at all. There's a pretty cool sunset happening over there through those woods. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, so traffic has slowed down a little around here. There's still a couple of hunters back that way. Let's see, and the game wardens did come back by and drove down here. I guess they went back there and tried to find those guys or talk to them or whatever. I don't know if those guys are, I'm assuming they were hunting. They had on hunting clothes, orange and the like, but they might be camped back there. I don't know. Just speculate and see. Ooh, there's a real pretty view through there of the next mountaintop. Kind of cool. Probably looks better to me than it does on camera. But anyway, I am going to prepare to start a fire here, and I'll bring y'all back in just a minute. All right, y'all, welcome back. We're going to see if we can't set this thing on fire right quick. It's about to get dark on us. Whoa! Pick your feet up, dummy. right, y'all, we got us a little smudge burning now. We'll give that a little while to catch up, and then cook some of them chicken sausages or something to see what's in that cooler, because I honestly can't remember, but we'll come up with something to cook. All right, the diesel heater's working great. Got that, I have it on this lowest setting, and I got the windows open in the tent, and it's still really warm in there, but of course it hadn't cooled off a lot yet. I'm just trying to give that diesel heater a chance to do its thing. You know, you get so many mixed reviews online. You know, half of them work great, half of people hate them. You know, they're always broke down. So I guess we'll see what we got for the price. If it works, it's a great deal. If it doesn't work for very long, we're not out a ton of money. So anyway, I'll bring y'all back when it's time to commence on these chicken sausages. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. Finally got an opportunity to roast these chicken sausages. Been busy doing little things around the camp, but I am probably going to get these cooked up, eat a little, and then climb up in that rooftop tent and maybe watch a movie or two. I'll bring y'all back when I get up there, and you can kind of see those LED lights I was telling you about that were in there. But for now, I'm going to get off here, and I will see y'all up in the tent. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2. It is a very crisp morning. It's about 30, 35, I think it's 35 degrees. Anyway, it got pretty chilly last night. I didn't really notice it much. I had that diesel heater running from time to time. I didn't run it all night. Just whenever I woke up and it was a little nippy, I turn it on. It has a remote control, so it makes it pretty easy. But anyway, I got a little fire going here this morning. It is about time that it is cool enough out here where you have to wear a jacket. Oh, Lord. Let's see. I already made some coffee water here this morning. I think this is ready for a pressing. So y'all hang with me for that. See if I can do this with my bad arm without making a mess. All right, kids, that's all it takes. That's some hot coffee. I tell you what, I'm gonna scratch around this fire a little bit and dig through that cooler and see what I can find for breakfast, and I'll bring y'all back then. Hey y'all, one of my favorite things is when I'm camping is the fire at night and another fire right away in the morning, especially when it's cool enough to sit like this and enjoy it. I was sitting here drinking this coffee, thinking back on old times, different camping trips and hunting trips, and I about forgot to mention, y'all should go over and check out my brother's channel. The channel name is Before It's Too Late, and his handle I think is @WilliamFalk5314. I promise you that dude will keep you in stitches. You never know if he's gonna be on a deer hunt, dove hunt, squirrel hunt, doing a cooking video. He's liable to be roasting a hog or just camping. You know, he's always got something going on, and you know, he realizes that you got to get out and do this kind of stuff before you get too dead to do it. You know, if you enjoy this kind of stuff, you got to do it. So many people wait until they, you know, till their golden years, they retire, and you know, you get in such a shape where you can't really get out and do much at all. And you know, and that's, you know, a lot of people are just in that particular you know, they get into the grind and get busy working and gathering things, and you know, you end up old, broken down with too much stuff. And you know, I don't really want that to be me. I want just enough stuff. I want just enough to be happy, or just enough to get out here and camp. You know, obviously, I have a lot of stuff, but I have more stuff than I need or really want, actually. But the older I get, the more comfortable I want to be, and that that rooftop tent. Last night was my second night in the tent, and my first night with the diesel heater, and it was super comfortable. Ton of room in there. Obviously, if my wife was with me, I couldn't have all of the junk up there that I hauled up there last night, but I had 2 duffel bags, a pillow, blankets, sleeping bag. Just, I made it like a big nest. So it was really comfortable. I enjoyed it. And it was really pretty windy last night, and I really just didn't even notice it in there. I'm sure if it was extreme winds, I would notice it. But all in all, it was a great night. So, I think, in my personal opinion, that if BAMACAR keeps producing, overland type gear like this in that kind of quality, I think they're gonna make a pretty good mark on the outdoors world. Hopefully, hopefully at some point I'll be able to get my grimy little paws on that 270-degree awning. That would be a great addition. I'm thoroughly pleased with the Slumberjack Roadhouse tarp that comes off the back of my truck or off the trailer, but that in addition to that, I would like to have that 270-degree awning. And they also have the shower tent that connects to the side of the rooftop tent, which would be great. I'm sure my wife would appreciate that, because that's always one of her biggest concerns about, my kind of camping versus her kind of camping. She wants to know, where are we going to take a shower? And I get that. I understand it. I don't like to be funky either, and I certainly don't want to be laying next to somebody else that's funky. So it makes good sense to me. Yeah, I was watching one of my brother's videos. He lives in Iowa, and he was trying to fill his last bow tag for deer season, and he was in his blind, and a big old buck comes up, and for whatever reason his camera didn't turn on. He has I think a Tacticam on his crossbow, and it didn't, when he hit the button, it didn't come on. But just as luck would have it, his game cam was right there by him, and it actually captured the moment, which, I could never be that lucky. my game cams never go off when they're supposed to. But if you go over to his channel before it's too late and take a look at that video, it's pretty funny. It was a nice buck too. I don't know. He's always, getting some decent bucks. Him and his wife both. His wife is a big hunter too, so I think that's pretty cool. I think, whether they think so or not, they've been living their best life for years. Enjoying doing the same kinds of things in the outdoors. So I know his channel hasn't been going long, so I'm sure he'd appreciate it if y'all go over there and show his channel a little love, give him a thumbs up, and subscribe to his channel. I guarantee you, you'll be in stitches watching his stuff. He cracks me up. I've been hunting and camping with him for years, and he still cracks me up. But it's a lot of fun. There's so much stuff when you're out camping like this and making YouTube videos that you don't get on film. Otherwise, your video would end up being 4 or 5 hours long. There's, you have to make those decisions in the cutting room, what hits the floor and what makes it on the video. And you never know. You never know what somebody else is going to like. So, when I'm doing that kind of stuff, I put on there what I would like to see. You know, I watch YouTube too. There's a lot of folks that I really enjoy, and I've been watching for years. You know, people in the truck camping world and that kind of stuff. And you know, there's a guy, Mav. I'm sure everybody knows who he is. He's got 2 point whatever million subscribers. That he's a young guy, mid 20s, I would guess. And you know, he's got it together. He's got it figured out. He enjoys himself, and he seems like a very well mannered guy. Just a nice guy, somebody you'd want to be around. And I think that's what draws so much attention. But you know, even I've been watching him for a long time. When he was young, he wasn't afraid to jump in his truck and just go. You know, he never seems like he's bound by anything. He'll go. I remember, I don't know if it was last year, year before last. It might have been quite some time back, but dude went to Mexico and spent a week at a resort that he wasn't. He was just camping in their parking lot. He wasn't part of it, but he was using their facilities. It cracked me up. And there's another guy I watch. His name's Jonathan Yinch. I don't remember exactly what his channel name is, but if you search Jonathan Yinch, you'll find it. But this guy, and this has been some years back, he went to, I think he might have been in LA, but he went to, I think it was a Whole Foods. Anyway, they have where he was, they have underground parking. So he goes in, gets whatever groceries he was after, and he comes back out and he drops the tailgate on his truck and he starts cooking in this underground parking garage. Guy's cooking a steak in there. I thought, see, that's living. That's living on the edge. I think that was really cool. Not something that I would ever thought of doing. I try not to spend much time in the city anyway, so I'll probably never see a Whole Foods with a underground parking garage. Oh, but if I ever do, I'm gonna cook me a steak on the tailgate of my truck. But he did. I think the security guard did come up to him, but I think Jonathan was able to finish his cooking process before he had to leave. But maybe that's pretty neat. So people that get out and enjoy themselves like that, anything outdoors, and all the hiking and the pretty pictures and all that stuff, I enjoy looking at that. The hiking, I can't do too much with the bad knee, but I like to watch other people do it. But I'm not trying to do on my channel what I see on other people's channels. I just do what I do, and what I would normally do, what I've been doing all my life, and just try to capture it on film and put it out there, and see if anybody wants to watch it. I think it's no matter what you're doing, somebody else will find it interesting. Unless you're sitting at home playing video games, sitting on your couch, then people probably ain't gonna find that interesting. But I know that's not true either. There's a lot of YouTube channels that are geared towards gaming, and that I can't understand that, but some people do. So I guess I have rambled on long enough. I ain't really big on talking head videos, but I was just sitting here by this fire and reminiscing and just thinking of old stuff and drinking this coffee. This is kind of my favorite time of the day, first thing in the morning, and it being a little chilly outside where you kind of need a light jacket and sit by the fire and enjoy it. But I'm probably going to sit here and starve to death if I don't get over there and get some bacon cooking. So I'm going to leave this one right here, and I'm going to get over there and cook some bacon, and I'll bring y'all back for that in a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome back. I got breakfast done, ate that, got my dishes taken care of, so that's out of the way. Probably do some turkey burgers for lunch, I think. Yeah, turkey burgers for lunch, and then maybe pork chops for supper. Anyway, I got some things I need to do. I got to get my bed situation straightened around up there. I just kind of threw all that junk up there last night and kind of hurriedly put it all together, but I think I can straighten that up some. I got some couple of things sealed up on the wiring where I ran wires from the solar panels into the front of the topper below it. I got that sealed up pretty good, hoping for some rain. I'm not sure if it's supposed to start tonight or tomorrow or when, but I'm staying until it rains because I want to put that nature nest through the rain, see if it is watertight. I tell you, if that thing is watertight, it's a keeper for sure, and I believe it will be. I've seen some reviews where people had them out in the rain and they hung in there really well. So I have full faith that it's going to be watertight. It's been pretty cloudy here all morning, and I'm kind of in some trees anyway. So my solar is not, it really isn't doing anything to speak of. So it's not a good test platform for that. But anyway, I just want to bring you all up to speed. Maybe, excuse me, maybe once I get everything straightened around up inside there, my bed and stuff, I'll go up and show you what the inside of that thing looks like when it's all made up. Other than that, it's been a pretty relaxing morning. It's still fairly cool outside. I'm not even exactly sure what the temperature is, but it feels a lot better than it did back when it was 100 degrees by now. I don't think, man, I should buy a watch. I never know what time it is, and if I'm using my phone to film, I can't look to see what time it is. But anyway, it's not afternoon yet, or you'd see me cooking turkey burgers on that fire over there that you can't see probably. But anyway, turkey burgers on the fire for lunch, pork chops for supper, maybe a salad. I did bring some salad now. Don't think salads are foreign to me because, I don't mind a good salad. But I got the salad. I got some jalapeno honey hummus. And I ate a little bit last night with some carrots, and it was really good. So I'm going to eat some more of that with some broccoli that I had brought with me from home. And other than that, everything's going good. The diesel heater hung in there really pretty well, but that extension hose I bought off of Amazon, it got kind of a funky smell. So I'm not sure if that's just, not burning off, but hopefully that'll go away because it had me cracking the windows last night just to get some of that funky smell out. And I know it's not coming from the diesel heater itself because I have it mounted actually inside the trailer. And when I first got it, I put a little fuel in it, fired it up, and I was in it, and it was fine. So I know that that odd smell's coming from that extension hose I put on there. But I know if my wife stays with me in there, she is not going to deal with that funky smell coming from that hose. So I got to figure that out. If I can't, if it doesn't play out pretty soon, I'm going to have to replace it with something different. But it's a nice insulated hose, so you don't really lose a lot of heat through I think that thing is like 16 feet long. So, I mean, I don't have it stretched out 16 feet. It's probably 5 feet at the most, but I bought it because it was insulated. So, when it gets real cold, I mean, it doesn't get super duper cold a lot here, 20s, high teens, that kind of stuff. I would really be losing a lot with a regular, like a dryer vent hose type thing. But anyway, I'll work all that out and I'll bring you all up to speed on what I find out about it. And when it comes time to cook those turkey burgers, I'll bring y'all back for that. Thanks. All right, everybody, welcome back. I got the turkey burgers on the grill here. Don't think for 1 second that this grill is something that would keep your burgers from falling in the fire. I was over here minding my own business, just turning my turkey burgers, and one of them is gone. But anyway, I think they're ready to take off now. So I'm going to pull these off, eat a little something, and I'll get back with y'all in just a little while. Hey everybody, welcome back. I don't know if y'all can see me very good. I've just about let the day slip away from me here, and it's still early. I tell you, this whole daylight savings time nonsense, I'm not down with it. I thought we were going to be able to do away with it this year, but it didn't pan out like that. But at any rate, so I got a nice fire going. I plan on cooking some pork chops on here in a little while. You know, I don't, my lighting setup isn't the best for videoing at night. I'm working on that. Hopefully, I'll come up with some good options before long. But you know, when it's getting dark at roughly 5 o'clock, I still got 3 or 4 or 5 more hours of video, and I want to do, you know, different things. So this is really tying my hands. But anyway, I will try to figure something out lighting wise and get them pork chops on this fire, and it'll probably be half hour, so I got to let this burn down some, but we are still going to cook some, so y'all hang in there and stay tuned, and there'll be some pork chops on the grill before long. All right, y'all, I hope that's enough light for everybody to work with. Hopefully y'all can see me. I can't see much of nothing. I got these bad boys all seasoned up over there in the dark, and then, you know, they're not very big and they're real thin, so it shouldn't take very long for them to cook. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on them, make sure we don't burn them too bad. I don't mind. I kind of like them a little bit crispy on the outside, but I don't want them black as a chunk of coal for sure. But anyway, I'm gonna take care of this trash and mess, and I'll get back with y'all in just a minute. All right, I believe these bad boys might need to be turned over here. Looks good. Like I said, these are pretty thin and shouldn't take real long to cook them. I don't really need much of a supper anyway. I ate lunch a little bit later than I wanted to. A couple folks, hunters, stopped by and talked for a while, so kind of put me behind schedule. But anyway, I will let y'all know when it's done. All right, everybody, welcome back. It's starting to rain, so I'm gonna get a little barbecue sauce on these bad boys right here. Got the wrong barbecue sauce. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Let me get this on there, and then I'm gonna have to get that camera in out of the rain. I don't know if y'all have ever tried this Blues Hog barbecue sauce, but it really is pretty good. So if you get a chance to pick some up, I would at least try it if you haven't. They have quite a few different flavors, and I think this one is Champion's Blend, but they've got Sweet Smoky Mountain, something or other, and some other fruity blends or whatever. They got quite a few. So anyway, I'm gonna shut this camera off and get it in out of the rain, and I'll get back with y'all probably in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It was an interesting night. It rained and rained and rained some more, but the good note is it did not rain inside the Naturnest Roof Top Tent. So that is a plus. That is exactly what I was hoping for. But in the middle of all of that, I did have to get up and pee 3 times. So that adds a little something to coming down that ladder, half dressed in the rain. So I think that's something to consider, or try to figure out a way around or something, because it was a challenge to say the least. But could have been worse. I'm sure it could have been worse, but it wasn't too bad. Hold on, something. There it is. Thought something done gone hinky with my camera. I have lost all of the little fuzzy things that goes on top of my mic, so I made one. So you may not be getting any audio at all with this video, or with this particular portion of it anyway. But Sam called me last night, said he might drop by this morning for coffee, but I don't know if he will or not. Chilly as it is, I don't know. Really don't know when the rain's supposed to stop. It's not currently raining right this minute, but I do hear thunder in the distant background, so I really can't say what the weather's gonna do. But I'm gonna get this coffee working and get started on some breakfast here in a few minutes. And if he comes by, he comes by. If he don't, he don't. I'll be up in here shivering, drinking coffee by myself. All right, I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It has started raining again. It rained about all night last night, and but not a drip of water came into my nature's nest. It stayed nice and tight, and the wind was coming along pretty good, and it really stayed tough. It didn't, at no point did it ever worry me, so that's a good deal. It took me a good long time to get a fire going this morning because all my wood was wet. Well, I ran out of my regular wood and I had to drag some up, but anyway, got that fire going. My buddy Sam stopped by for coffee this morning, and we were sitting around here shooting the breeze, and that rain come up again. He decided it was time for him to get on back to town. But anyway, I am going to stay out of that rain because it is nice and chilly this morning. But I'm fully protected under here, so no worries there. I'm going to get some breakfast going in a few minutes, and we'll see what this rain's going to do. Y'all, thanks for tuning back in. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is time to pack this unit up. I got everything all packed up. It never has quit raining. So I thought, I'll just put on my raincoat and put everything together like it should be. Most of the time when you're camping, everything isn't going to be the way you want it to be anyway. Every day can't be sunny days. So anyway, I got it all packed up. The first trip with the Naturnest was awesome. It rained a good, steady, hard rain all night last night and all day today. And I went around all the edges when I was inside there just a little bit ago. Went around every edge. There wasn't one drip of water in it, no condensation, no nothing. So as far as, my day 3 of actually using it, to me, I think it's pretty awesome. I wish we'd had a little more sun so I could test out the solar, but as far as I'm concerned, the Nature's Nest is a go, but I will be using it throughout the winter, and I will do a long-term review on it. But as much as I can tell right now, it's a 2 thumbs up for me. I enjoyed it. It's nice to have a large amount of room. You know, I was up there by myself. I had a backpack, duffel bag, iPad, phone chargers. I had a lot of stuff in there with me and was never cramped for space. So I really enjoyed it. It's been a good 3 days. I hate to leave, but I got other things I got to do. But we will be back out in the woods before you know it. I got to get home, get this video edited, get it out to y'all. I haven't put anything out in over a month, so I don't know about y'all, but it's killing me. I don't like it. I like to have something at least once a week, and you know, keeps me going, and hopefully it gives y'all something to watch. So if you like my videos and you appreciate the content, you know, share them with your friends and hit that thumbs up button. And I guess we got this one in the bag. Although the bag is wet, it is in the bag. So I will see y'all on the next trip.